Arriving to class submerged and the tired classmates bursting through the door, the ample morning sunlight splashes around the room, lighting the way to my desk. Another morning, another day's worth of fun. What with our outing now arranged, my bad. All I can do is eagerly wait the day's events to pass by, sat routinely at my desk as life monotonously churns on. Kyoko, a little less apathetic, quickly arrives to class behind the fuss, striding a short distance to her desk cheerfully with her face lit up by the morning sun. An endearing sight, her features glowing perfectly as her smile glistens and her hair sways under a spell of her own movement. As the minutes to the start of class churn away, I watch her actions carefully, my only real chance to see her in her own world. Taking out a ruffled stack of papers from her bag, she places them on her desk with care and begins reading. It's not as spectacular as I'd imagined, but seeing her in study mode is certainly a rarity in itself. No wonder she's so intelligent. She has to get it from somewhere. Despite being the second member of the club, I can't really join in with the tamer side of science. Her intellectual side, mastered zest as attacks life with vitality, at least in the club. Either way, it's nice to see Kyoko engaged in what she wants to be doing. Lifting her head and peering around the room, inspecting her environment, Kyoko quickly meets her eyes with mine. A startled look, and quickly disgust following suit. Raising her petite body from her seat, she makes her way to my desk. The start class seemed like a dream away. Speaking to her before we start can't be all that bad.
Do you enjoy looking at girls whilst you're trying to study?
I don't know how to answer that.
How would you like it if I stared at you?
I wouldn't really care. It is Kyoko after all.
Okay, fine.
Taking a firm stance before my desk, Kyoko locks eyes with mine. A stare contest of sorts now firmly underway, despite me not really being into it. You blinked.
Do I care?
You're cute when you're angry.
You're cute when you're angry. Wait. Ah!
Stepping back from my desk, the winner of this bout is firmly decided. Kyoko, now increasingly flustered, covering her face with her hands as the glimpses of her reddened cheeks peek through.
You can't just say that. Where's your evidence?
Right in front of me.
Eh?
Anyway, class is about to start. You should head back to your desk. As much as I could banter with her all day, the stern look from the teacher isn't doing either of us any good. Leaving my desk with a pout, Kyoko turns to return to her spot in the class, her silky chocolate hair left swaying behind her as it flows down her back. A contrast to her usual done-up ponytail.
Oh, wait. What are your plans for later?
Meet Naomi at the gym and just work our way from there.
Isn't that a little ill-prepared? You need a methodology.
You need to sit down.
I'm just concerned.
Her face now woeful. There's nothing I can do but try to ease the uneasiness in her heart. Don't worry. If you were best friends with Naomi before, it shouldn't be too hard for the chemistry between you to come back again.
Is that a pun?
It wasn't intentional.
It was.
Leaving it there with a smile, Kyoko makes her second attempt to return back to her desk, this time a little more successful. Despite her uneasiness, Naomi should be feeling the same. At the end of the day, I don't see them having any troubles. With smiles like theirs, they'll be able to enjoy themselves no matter what we do. The clock hitting noon, the appetite for lunch arrives swiftly with the class dismissed in the usual manner. A hectic chaos of everyone lunging for a door as the teacher tries keeping that mess under control. Holding myself back, I watch the crowd thin out before deciding to make my own move. A quick stroll past Kyoko's desk is enough to tell me she isn't coming.
I'm going to stay here. I need to study for a bit.
What? With midterms coming up? They aren't for a while, and surely you smashed them. She's always at the top of the leaderboard for national, let alone local exams. A midterm should be nothing to her.
No, it's... Move it! I'll tell you later.
Feeling myself dragged by the dregs of the crowd, Kyoko quickly disappears out of sight. Myself alone, now the corridor huddled by a moving sea of people heading towards the cafeteria. The crowds chanting normal hums of muddled conversations as people pass by one, group by group. Taking myself to the side, so far out of the way to avoid blocking traffic in the hectic stampede before me, I unsheathed my phone from my pocket. Naomi's picture staring back towards me on the screen, the idea to message her about later springing to mind. Following suit, a tiny bubble appears on the screen, my message neatly contained within. A simple question now awaiting what I can only presume to be a not-so-simple response. Continuing on with the tide of people, another glance at my phone shows that the message has been read. Somewhere, under the same roof, the same sky, Naomi's received my words. The wondrous technology quickly irrelevant in my mind as a hand grips my shoulder. The feeling of deja vu and fear now in its place.
Of course it's okay. We planned it yesterday, right?
Isn't it a little cheap to be doing this again?
Grabbing your tie.
Yeah. Can't you be a little more creative?
I didn't know you cared so much. I only wanted to get your attention.
Hello works.
Hello. You're lucky I see you as somewhat of a friend now. Otherwise, I would have kicked you.
Really?
I was joking. Of course you're my friend. I still might kick you if you're not careful, though.
Waving it off, Naomi smiles brightly amidst the backdrop of trailing students late for lunch. Her hair tied up neatly in a ponytail, the antonym of Kyoko's chosen do, as if they'd swap places.
What are you staring at?
Nothing.
Anyway, I have to be somewhere, you know?
I don't.
I'm looking forward to school finishing. You're lucky. I've never been so excited about meeting a guy after school before.
Disappearing into a thinning sea of students around us, Naomi makes her leave as I check the time on my phone. Enough of it left to grab some lunch and make my way to class. My own emotions looking forward to the end of the day too, the official reunion of two friends, something a small chat at lunch can't hold a candle to. The tranquil chimes of the bell marking the end of class yet again, The typical fervor ensues and the bubbly brunette at the front of class peering backwards. Like a chaotic reaction shooting out of a test tube, her energy doesn't cease to amaze me.
Are you going to just sit there?
Shouting through the class, enough to turn a few heads, it's clear that she's become a bit too chaotic. Calm down, take it easy. If you want me to go with you to the nurse's office, I will.
But there's nothing wrong with me.
A few giggles shimmering through the rest of the crowd's idle gossips, I stand from my chair and make my way to her desk. The pout perched on her face quickly changing into the classical smile that's come to warm my heart.
Shouldn't we get going? She's probably waiting for us.
You're right. Despite us being friends, I'd still rather not face the wrath of the angry Naomi. The thought of buying an Abdogard has passed through my mind more than once.
So let's go.
Rising from her chair, following in my footsteps, I quickly find myself joined by Kyoko. Moving down the corridor at a pace between haste and trying to still seem like normal people to any onlooker. But who can blame us? Both of us looking forward to reigniting their friendship, their hearts better than any star in the night sky. If I had knew fixing their friendship would be this easy, I would have told Kyoko that what Naomi's feelings were long ago. But there wouldn't be any fun in that. Over the past few weeks, my own friendships I developed with these two girls has certainly become meaningful. I can't imagine a typical high school life without them. Stepping into naturally lit candescence of the school gym, our footsteps echo quickly, percussion into the syllables slam on the door behind us. The tunes of the world playing as our sight surrounds us. Standard images of train club members, sports bags tossed haphazardly. And the sprinkling of dust entrapped in sun rays. All topped off with the smell of sweat as the flag hangs proudly above. The sense of spurt and pride being a hard-pressed thing to avoid. Sneaking a peek towards Kyoko, the sense of fright stands crisp on her face. A quick look now becoming a concerned stare, she notices my gaze from the corner of her eye, her cheeks quickly glowing red in response. A pair of roses.
What's that look for?
My look? You're the one who looks like you just wet yourself. Something wrong? You didn't actually did.
No. It's just, you know. I used to come here. Some of these people, they'll notice me.
A solemn look on her face, her own feelings of hesitance crossed the bridge between us, rising up with the urge to make her smile once again, to be there for her. It'll be okay. Naomi's here, right? She wouldn't let anyone put pressure on you.
I'll be fine. It should be okay. I want to see her.
Determination flowing through her voice, Kyoko takes a step ahead of me, continuing our walk towards a pack of students huddled to the side of the track. Her hair still flowing graciously down her back as I trail behind her, a river of chocolate meandering down her athletic figure. The sight of her newfound resolve beautiful under the ambient sunlight.
What's she doing over there?
Ah, she's looking for you. Wait,
Ugh. Kyoko!
watching Kyoko return to her space, her hair twirling in the air around her as her face lights up in shock. I could swear I heard an "eh?" from this distance. Perhaps shouting her name wasn't such a great idea. As Kyoko runs back towards us, the eyes of the hall shift away from their own activities and towards the three of us. The two girls in the limelight, some unknown guy besides them.
Why are you over here?
I was getting changed.
Not forgoing her sweater, either trying to cool off or half-assed attempt at getting dressed. Mamie stands with her eyes averted away. Hair hanging gently beside her ears, glints of sweat grazing the crimson of her cheeks. The sight before me is nothing beautiful. Her lip quivering as she bites it against it gently, anticipating Kyoko's response. Howdy. Mimi turns towards me sharply, her puffy cheeks quickly shifting into a look of annoyance as she wipes the sweat off her brow. A moment's hesitance as we stare up towards one another, our brief moment to catch the look of resolve and the gems of rise. Lapis lazuli.
Get her to talk to me.
Kyoko, talk to her.
We should probably get going to the station.
You're right. The layer of ice still between them, yet the warm look of nervousness coating their faces doesn't make a dent to melt it. The reddish blush mutually between them as our eyes shy away from one another, falling to the floor as we begin tracing our way out of the gym. Steps still to take to restore the bond between them, the path seemingly short as a cool spring wind greets us. Stepping stones forward as the two girls still move forward. Their hearts' results make things right again. Rocking across the rails, the train carriage slowly shakes side to side, clanking the wheels across the bare metal of the track below, streaming out amidst the idle sound around us. Conversations of commuters calling out, taking up the space and the silence between the three of us. Kyoko on one side, namely on the other, the three of us squeezed into the cramped carriage. A dream for most guys, sandwiched between two cute girls, let alone having Naomi's neck brushing up against my shoulder. Not that I'm actually in this situation, it's not at all great as I'd imagined. Not so long ago, she quipped at the thought of sitting next to me. She didn't want to be seen with me or that we looked too close. Now, if anything, she's leaning against my shoulder, fidgeting with her fingers nervously as the silence between the three of us continues to prolong. Bring your eyes away from our direction, as if to avoid eye contact with either of us. It's a cute sight. Her hair flowing gently against her blossomed cheeks, her timid nature stripping away all the prior brashness. She really does have a girlish side.
Do you have any idea what we're going to do when we get there?
Suddenly speaking out, her words startle me out of my trace as I continue peering towards her. My own reaction changed to hers as she jumps back in fright. No. I don't.
I asked him earlier. He doesn't have any sense of organization.
Turning towards Kyoko, yet another reddened face, I speak out towards her. What did you have in mind then?
Don't mind. I'm just happy to be here.
Rise now and Naomi. The tension between them grows as the first sparks of conversation slowly warms the frost between them.
Me too.
And it all ends so suddenly.
Still! You should have thought of something. Idiot.
Why is it my fault? Don't you two remember what you used to do together?
He really is an idiot.
Joined in their passion of grilling me, their laughter echoes out around us, a force against the urban symphony as the train slowly screeches to a stop. The two then joining as we head to leave the train.
Really though, what are we going to do?
Now staying what it is, for all intents and purposes. The middle of nowhere, a slight breeze brushes past us, gently rocks Naomi's hair as each strand shimmers under the light. Kyoko, still looking downwards, unfazed as she twirls her own in her fingers. Let's go to the cafe.
There? Again? Can't you be a little more creative? Or fork out some money to take us somewhere better?
Do you really expect me to pay for you? What do you think this is? A date?
No.
She's right though. We always go to the cafe.
It's not like there's anywhere else.
Fine.
If I'm good at athletics and she's good at science, is being a dork your specialty?
Hey, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here.
No, I was joking. Let's just go to the cafe.
Despite the suggestion being made on the fly, what with the cafe seeming like a second home now, the two girls take a place next to each other at a nearby sofa. Naomi's meek attempt at getting closer to Kyoko quickly shot down by a shy expression across the timid scientist's face. Seeing them is so awkward is beyond adorable.
Ew!
Yeah. Ew.
What? Or where do you want me to look?
I don't know, just play with your phone or something.
And what are you two going to do?
We'll figure something out. That's what science is about.
Really? Sitting there idly, no response in sight, the two girls sheepishly divert their eyes, our orders quickly coming in the midst of their bashfulness. 2 coffees and a juice. I'm guessing this is mine then.
Hey.
Laughing aloud, a smile quickly creeps upon Naomi's face, soon after followed by Kyoko's. Though trapped in the happiness, his heart continues to flow onward, memories of their past now becoming the status quo once again, friends reunited.
Are we really just going to stay here and drink coffee? That seems a little anticlimactic.
What do you mean?
She means we didn't come all this way just to sit down and talk. Aren't we supposed to be having fun?
This is fun, right?
Let's go to the arcade.
Taking the decision on her own hands, Naomi smiles cheekily towards me, a total rejection of my plans. Yet by the look on Kyoko's face, I can't see anyone has any complaints.
That sounds fun.
In the end, as long as they're together, perhaps they'd be happy with doing anything.
I thought you were here to join the science.